What's going on, you guys? Okay, so today we have the unboxing and full review or full view of the Zeno Pilot SQ watch. Okay, this is a watch, all right, as you see from the thumbnail. So the reason I'm doing this review is, I'm not a watch expert. I'm not a jewelry guy. I'm a regular guy who likes to ball out, who likes nice things. So this was my wedding watch, and I couldn't find anything about it. I loved it online, but I couldn't find what it looks like on your wrist, what it looks like, in person. So if anyone else is a guy who likes nice things or a girl who likes nice things, and you're browsing online for a watch and you find this watch and you feel it's nice, just like I felt it was nice, now you'll be able to find something to see how it looks on your wrist. All right. So I want to do the full unboxing so you guys can see how this thing comes in, and then we'll go through it. So this is the Zeno Pilot SQ. Okay. And let me get you guys real quick. Zeno Pilot SQ. You can get this straight from the Zeno site. It's zenowatch.ch. And right now, the price is $3,078 for this. Okay. And I'll throw this up. I'll let this load and all that. It's not wanting to load, so I'll let it load. Let's get this opened up. So this thing's going to come to you. So here it is, right here. 3053 right now. Okay. So Chelsea got this for me for my wedding watch. So I don't know what she bought it for. I think she bought it for a little bit less, but now that's what it is. But, that's watches. So you guys are going to get this. Okay. Unbox, open the sleeve up. You got Zeno watch Basel right there. Now, if anyone has any information, I have a Raid flight watch also that I don't know much about, and I feel like it's the same company with a different name, but I don't know. It's a Raid flight watch. So this is Zeno watch Basel. Open them up. You get your little warranty, your user manual, your international guarantee right here. Little certification. Okay. We herewith certify that your watch has been manufactured in accordance with the latest technical achievement. And you got your manual here, describes everything. The next box is all lacquered up. It's nice and smooth. It feels nice. Zeno watch Basel right there. Open them up. Your little bag. And here's the watch itself. With the leather strap. Here she is. Beauty, style, and grace, okay? So let's go in. Let's do a couple things about this watch. First of all, this is a Zeno Pilot SQ Square XL, extra large, okay? And this is a large watch. So the watch is 45 millimeters by 40 by 15 thick, and lug to lug is 57. So let's see if that's correct. Let's see if they got it. So I got my calipers right there. You see it zeroed out. I've got a gauge block right here. That's 22.5 millimeters. You read right there, 22.5. So that's how I know my calipers are legit. So let's take a look at this, okay? So 45 by 40. And that's 45.09, whatever. They probably have a plus or minus 0.010 tolerance. So 45 by 40. And that's correct. They went a little over tolerance there. If you guys see that on the dial, I know it's a plus or minus 10. I know that's what it is. And then 15 millimeter. So they went a little bit over, but this is also, 15 millimeter right there. Thickness. So the back here is it's curved. If you guys can see this, it's curved. So it kind of sits on your wrist nice. The movement on this is, let me see if you guys are going to correct me. If you guys are watch nerds, you guys will correct me. It's a Dubois de Praz 2020 automatic. And what that means, automatic, that means you can wind it up and you can, or you can just, usually what I do is I pick it up. Automatic will start working with the movement of your wrist. That's how the movement works. So, or you can wind it up manually. So I'll take this and I will just, set the time, or I'll start walking around with it for a little bit, and then I'll, it'll wind itself up. So some of the special features on this, you got a sapphire crystal glass. All right. Aviation dial. So it's this kind of pilot dial. You type in aviation dial watches. Man, Google search is like shit now. It's garbage. It just gives you regular watches. Yeah, so Zeno pops up right there. So you guys can see some of their pilot watches, some of these pilot, layouts, and it kind of looks similar. It's got big numbers, 3 sub dials on there. It's got a stopwatch, tachymeter. You can correct me. It's got a central hour, minute, and second hand. Water resistance, 5 ATM. So I don't know if I'd go diving with this thing. Plus, you got the leather strap on it, so I definitely wouldn't go diving and swimming with it. But if it gets rained on, you'll be okay. Limited edition, 100 pieces, and it's got this leather strap on it. Okay. So let's see. And this is a pretty big. It's big and it's a heavy watch. All right. So I've got this in ounces, grams. 155.6 grams. $5.4 ounces. Okay, so you guys know on this channel the way we do the measurements. 5.4 ounces. That, talk to your dealer. That'll last you a couple months maybe. So this is a heavy watch, and it's got tachymeter, like I said, tachymeter, and it's got the chronograph. Okay, and so the chronograph. So the way this watch actually works, and the way these chronograph watches work, is you've got 3 subdials. All right. And the second, the second hand, the big second hand, actually is for your stopwatch and for your chronograph. So you've got these 2 pushers on the side, top and bottom. So you guys can see right now the watch isn't set, but let's say it's 3:30, and then the second hand is up at the 12. So if I hit this top runner, you guys will see that second hand will start running. So this is your stopwatch. Then you hit it again to stop. Okay. And then you push the bottom button to reset. All right. So that's how the chronograph works. Now, there's some debate in the, as I go through some of these watches for the chronograph, there's a debate on whether or not you can leave this running or not leave it running. So what I did is I emailed Zeno and I said, hey, you guys say it's a central second hour minute hand, but it's also a chronograph. So can I leave this running? Can I leave the chronograph running the whole time, or should I keep it stopped? Right? Because some people say if you keep it running the whole time, it's going to wear down the movement, because the central second hand on the chronograph watch is really only meant to be the stopwatch in the chronograph. And then you're supposed to track the actual time on the subdial there, on the other seconds, right? On these seconds that are running right there on the other subdial that you can see. So I emailed them and they told me it doesn't matter. You can keep it running. However, you can keep the chronograph running or you can keep it not running. Okay, so if anyone's got a question with that, I had a question with that, and that's the answer, okay? Putting the watch on. Actually, let's see. You guys got the movement back here. So this is a thick, big watch, all right? And one of the issues I ran into is I really like this watch and I wanted this watch online. So I told Chelsea about it. We were getting each other wedding stuff, so she went out and got it for the wedding. And I did not understand how big this was going to be on my hand. So I love this watch. I could stare at it. I love the pilot display. I love the pilot dial. But here's what this big 45 by 40 will look like on your hand. Okay. So it's not small. It's thick. You're going to get probably asked about it. I've been asked about it a couple times. So here it is. Okay. So here's what I like about it. Couple things I like, couple things I dislike. Okay. What I like about it is it looks classy. It looks like it's a very classy watch. All right. It's large, but it's not cheap looking. It's not like your Invictas where, it looks like you got it off of Ross or the dollar rack or whatever. Right. So I love that it's big. I love that it looks classy, but it doesn't look cheap. Okay. A couple of my dislikes are the weight. I think it's a heavy watch, heavy watch. The price at 3,000, and the reason I dislike this price is because you have your brands. You have Tissot, you have your Rolexes, the brands that everybody knows. And so when people buy watches, when people go to collect watches, they're going to do those steps up in their brands and in their spending. Based on what they know, based on what the results are. And so for me to go, hey, when this is not a brand you hear about a lot, Zeno watch, Basel, it's not a brand you hear about too much. So to drop 3 grand on a watch for a brand that you don't hear too much, it's kind of risky. I personally like things. I like things that a lot of other people don't have, that you don't see a lot in the wild, and so to me, it's totally worth it. Now, this company is, it's not a shady company. It's a real company. I emailed them to ask about the chronograph. They emailed me back to answer my question. You can send this watch in for service. You can buy watches from them. You can send them for service. So I wasn't too worried about it. As far as like everyone's got their own opinion on brands and what's good and what's not. For me, it is a pricey watch. This was my wedding watch. So to me, I think everything is legit on this. I think everything feels classy. Everything feels well made. It's heavy. The metal feels nice, good. It's shiny. The strap is, coming from Citizen watches where you can feel your strap start to wear in after a couple times that you wear it. You can feel it start to bend. This strap is super nice. You can buy replacement straps on their website too. So for me, I love this watch. This has become one of my favorite, probably my favorite watch, maybe my second favorite watch that I have. But the main reason I'm making this is to show you guys what size this is, because when I ordered this, and I don't mind. I have a lot of Citizens that are big, big, big dials, and I don't really mind. But this is a big watch, and so it's heavy to wear all day, every day. When I'm wearing this thing all day, I feel myself wearing it all day. So I'm not saying it's got to be a special occasion watch. I love wearing all my watches whenever, but you guys got those light, thin watches that you can throw on and wear all day and not even notice. This is not one of those, right? This is heavy. This is nice. This is you can see all the numbers as clear, big, legible. So just keep that in mind. And my wrist is 7.5, by the way. I have my tape in the house, so I'll do it for the next video, but it's a 7.5-inch wrist. All right. So that's what it looks like. Okay, you guys, so that's it. That is the Zeno Watch Basel Pilot SQ XL, full view of it. And if this helps you guys, great. And if not, stay tuned. We're going to have more videos about other stuff. Thanks, you guys.